Hi, Hannah.
Hey,
Thanks for joining me.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a few questions about the approach for people that might be on the fence or not know much about APA, and you can maybe help give them some insights, tips and tricks, and help with some decision making for them to join the program and get a little healthier.
Absolutely.
All right, so you ready for me?
I'm ready.
All right, question number one: how much weight did you lose during the program?
So I started the program last May. We are now in March. And during the initial 8 weeks, I think I lost around like 16 pounds. But total, I'm down 23 pounds. And so I've kept it off. It's almost been a year. And yeah, so from the beginning, I continued it past the 8 weeks.
That's awesome. So you're even beating me to the punch on some of the next questions here because
Uh,
no, that's okay. It's good. It's good. I said, like, how long have you kept it off for? So it's been over a year since you've kept off those 23 plus pounds.
well, a little less than a year, like almost a year.
Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year. And yeah, I've kept it off. I haven't gained anything. But also, I have to mention that when I started the program, I was going away, remember? And I was very nervous, like, well, do I start before I go away or should I wait? Because I was so afraid I wasn't going to be able to eat on my trip. And
Right. No, I'm so glad you mentioned that because I actually get that question all the time of like, hey, when do I start? I have this plan. I have that plan. Like, when do I start? And my answer is always now. Like, so how did you feel, going, well, where'd you go? Spain, right? Right before.
I went to Spain and I was really concerned because for me, food is life. Like, I love food. I love to travel and try food and drinks wherever I am. And I just had this mindset that I wouldn't be able to do any of that. And it really wasn't the case. You taught me with the program. And I actually very much enjoyed myself in Spain, using a lot of your techniques and your approach and staying on the program and still enjoying myself. And I actually, on the trip, lost 5 pounds
That's
on vacation.
amazing. So where most people gain weight during a vacation, you were actually losing weight.
Yes,
That must have felt great.
yes, for sure.
So,
But there is never a perfect time. The time is now, no matter what, whether you're going to a party, vacation, you have an event coming up, start. And I learned with your program that I can incorporate in certain ways to make myself comfortable for whatever thing I had going on.
awesome. So what led you to the program or what led you to the decision to make a change in your health and lifestyle?
Well, I had really tried everything. I mean, over the years, I had had 4 full pregnancies. I gained a ton of weight with each one. And when I say a ton, 75 pounds with each
Yikes.
time.
Yeah. Hmm.
Each time I lost it.
Healthy baby.
Yeah, each time I lost it, but the last time I still had that like 20 pounds where I just wasn't myself.
Well, what was the age gap there, right? Like, how long had you actually started from your first pregnancy to your last? Big.
Yeah, a long time. So
Right.
my oldest was, 9 when my youngest was born. So it was a long time span. And I had tried really everything over the years. I've done every workout program and I've done every meal program. And, those things do work. They do. I think anything works if you are committed to it, but they're not necessarily sustainable. So
Right.
I would do a program, I would order the stuff, it would work, but the minute that I stopped it, or the minute I went on vacation, or the minute that I went to a family party, I ruined it. And I had that mindset of like, well, I ruined it and now it's over. And so then it didn't work anymore. And so I was always trying new things. I always felt tired in the afternoons, very lethargic.
I remember that was big for you, right? Like, that was like day one, like we started talking about that. Like, how do I like get this feeling out?
Yeah, and my clothes were always just so tight, and I hated that feeling, especially around my waist. And I just had seen a couple of people, like via Facebook, that I kind of knew, and saw their results. And I figured, if I've tried everything else, why not try this? And one thing you said to me that I remember, maybe you can correct the exact words, but it was something like, I'm never the first program. What was it?
Yeah, I always tell people that I'm never anybody's first choice, but I'm always everybody's last choice. And it's something that I'm completely okay with. Because people come to this program and never choose another program because it's a sustainable, habit that they're instilling. So
yes,
thank you very much. So, what size did you start off with, and what size are you now? Maybe in like dress size or pant sizes?
Yeah, so I was like between a 10-12, fluctuating, and I'm down to like a 4-6.
Wow, huge difference.
Yeah, I had to get rid of my whole closet.
All those clothes. I hope you donated them to a good cause.
Of course.
And so you have 3 boys.
Yes.
And you work full time.
Yes.
And so a lot of people come to me and say, I don't have the time to be healthy, or they've tried other things that maybe they had to be more committed to. And you did this again while raising 3 boys and working full time, and you're an entrepreneur. So how did that play a part?
Yeah, so I work from home, so I'm not going to an office where in some cases you get to get away from the kids. I know it can go both ways, but I work really completely around my kids' schedule, so they're with me all the time when they're little, and then over the years, pickups, drop-offs, all of that. So I have a very busy lifestyle that kind of doesn't stop, and so I find myself eating on the run a lot, and that was something that with this program was very simple for me, is that you're eating real food. You're not eating any fake food. You're eating real food that you can find in your refrigerator, grocery store, or any restaurant. And so I could very easily be out and about and have to stop at a restaurant and not be like, oh my God, there's nothing on the menu, because there's something anywhere. But the way your program is, it's real food, and it's just eating at the right times of the day for my body, for my schedule, and it works great.
And I think you said it before, you never really felt deprived during this program, where maybe in other things you've tried in the past, you've always felt like this depriving thing or limiting choices and things like that.
Yeah, I never felt deprived. I mean, of course, we all,
want the chip cookies and.
But some of us like Oreos. It's not on your program, but you did teach me that after the 8 weeks of really being committed to the program, that after it, that there's ways to incorporate the things that we love so that we don't feel deprived. So that was really big for me. But during the 8 weeks of the program, I felt so good because I was just eating such amazing food that was really nurturing my body, and it made me feel good. And so I really didn't feel deprived because I wasn't eating tiny little portions. I was eating really pretty freely the foods that are recommended.
And nothing tastes as good as healthy feels, right?
Yes.
So why have you been successful with APA? What if you could pinpoint one thing to, your continued success, what would it be?
Well, I'd say a couple things. In the first 8 weeks is the support. So you don't just give a program and you're on your own. You have that literally 24-hour. I mean, I think I was in Spain on a different time zone, and I was
that's your ability, right?
Yeah,
I always say that the people with the clients with the most success are reaching out the most. So you did a very good job at that.
Thank you. I pride myself on that. So if you use them, reach out to them. Use them. No, I absolutely, the support was huge, and being able to be out, be in another country and say, what do I do? And help with that, especially because at that time, I was going to parties at certain times and events, and I didn't want to mess up all the hard work I had put in. And so having that support is key. And then the other reason I feel that I'm successful with it is because it's not a diet, and it's totally shifting. It's unlike any program you'll ever try. It's not a diet. It's not restricting. It's a way of life. It's a lifestyle. And that's why I'm successful with it, because I never look at it as a diet.
Right. Awesome. So you shifted a whole mindset, and that took some time too, I'm sure, right? Thinking diet, and maybe counting calories or counting some sort of system, and to do away with that, takes a little time, because we've been brainwashed into thinking that.
For sure. And I think that, with anything in life that we want a great result, it takes hard work, and losing weight is hard, but I will say that the program and the way of doing it and the support made something that's hard a bit easier. And I don't look back at it as like such a hard time, at all. Whereas I think in other times after my pregnancies, I remember feeling so down, and so
not having necessarily the tools to get back.
Yeah. So it's hard, losing weight is hard, but with anything that's hard, putting in the work and the effort, it's worth it.
Yeah. And so would you recommend this to other people in your life, other friends, family members?
Of course, and I have, and the people that I've recommended it to literally text me thanking me for introducing you to them, and absolutely, it is, I wouldn't recommend anything else.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your assistance here, and I thank you so much for being a part of the program and allowing me to be in your journey.
Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye.